Cool. But let's dive in first to the Lakers conversation. The Lakers made it to the Western Conference Finals, finished with the regular season record of 43-39 record. Good enough for the 7th seed. They beat the Grizzlies in 6 games. They beat the Warriors in 6 games. And they lost to the Denver Nuggets in a sweep in the Western Conference Finals. Some upside if you're a Laker fan, they were the best team in the Western Conference post-trade deadline. When we talk about the Lakers offseason, the number one name that gets brought up in every discussion is Kyrie Irving. And I'm just going to end the rumors now. Kyrie Irving is not coming to LA. You guys, I will bookmark this recording for if it ever happened. He's not coming to LA.
If it happens, you should give the fans a punishment. They pick your punishment.
Sure.
You should double down.
Sure. I'll double down. It's not happening. It's not, because seriously, from a financial standpoint, it's not happening. From a either way, it doesn't make sense. The only likely way it happens is a sign-in trade, and the Lakers, with the upcoming CBA, where you start talking about the super tax and how incredibly hard it's going to be to build out teams with 3 stars, which kind of makes sense why Phoenix maybe waived Chris Paul. I know you'll touch on CP in a sec, but it makes no sense for Dallas to do it. It makes no sense for Kyrie to do it, where Kyrie can get the effing bag in Dallas. It makes no sense either way. Kyrie stan. So I just want to start with that. It is not happening. Trae Young's not happening. Bradley Beal better not happen, or I might quit Lakers Nation if Bradley Beal goes to the Lakers. Dame's not happening. Portland's not going to trade him anyway, and if they were to trade him, they're not trading him to LA. So there isn't a need for a 3rd star, guys. We're fine. It's not happening. But
I don't think Dame would want to go to the Lakers anyways.
Why not?
He threatened the Heat if they win a championship. I think Dame is all about the mindset that he has to grind it out. That he wants to grind. I don't understand Dame, to be honest. You want to stay.
I don't understand Dame.
You want to stay in a tough spot your whole life, or you want to go win championships. That's what it comes down to.
Dame is loyal to a fault. Dame's the boyfriend who keeps going back to the girl that's cheated on him 5 times.
Yes.
Bro, let her go. Oh man. But Warren, what's up do you got that you think the Lakers should do this offseason?
I think the Lakers should just keep their own guys. Keep the core. You have a young they spent a lot to stay young this trade deadline. Vanderbilt, Austin Reeves, guys like that. Well, they didn't trade for Austin Reeves, but he's a free agent, and teams are going to pay big money for Austin Reeves. So I feel if you just keep your guys this offseason and build around, create that nucleus and run it back, I feel like Lakers have a good chance of being in the finals talks next year, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I said it last a few weeks ago. The Lakers, in my opinion, are the only team in the West, and this got way too much backlash, but I think the Lakers are the only team in the West that can knock off Denver. When we start looking at the rest of the Western Conference, and Warren, please disagree with if you feel otherwise, but Golden State has a lot of question marks. Steph is great, but I don't know who's gonna be on that team next year. Memphis, John Morant's gonna miss at least half the year, probably. Well, I don't know. That John Morant thing's interesting in his own right.
30 games, I'd say 30-20.
Sacramento, I love Sacramento, but can Sabonis be your second best player? To win a championship and knock off Denver? I don't know. Dallas, I need to see that full roster. Dallas, Kyrie and Luka sounds good, but the rest of that roster, I need to see it. Same thing with Phoenix. I think KD's starting to become overrated too. So that comes into a factor. KD and Devin are still great, but the rest of that team is a bunch of G League dudes. And then
if Aiden just took that if Aiden takes that next step next year, they will be a top 3 team.
Yeah. And then New Orleans, can Zion get off a Tinder and play basketball games? I don't who outside every team that I just named, and New Orleans Saints have a bunch of health concerns in general. But New Orleans, I guess if they stayed healthy, they could. But
it's the food. It has to be the food at this point.
Who in the West gives you that much confidence outside the Lakers if they run it back. So I'm with you there. Run it back. I know if you want to bring in Chris Paul, I wouldn't be against it, especially if you bring in Chris Paul instead of Dennis Schroeder. I would be okay with it. For like at most your taxpayer, maybe he comes in for the vet min because of the Phoenix waiving him. He's gonna get the money anyway, so are likely to waive him at least. I know technically it's not.
What would that look like? CP3, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Rui,
Armando, and then
AD.
AD. Or
That's a solid lineup.
You can still bring back D'Lo. Start D'Lo, bring CP off the bench. That is low-key tough. And then you still got Austin.
Or CP3, bring Schroeder off the bench.
Yeah, that could work too.
That would be solid.
But my only thing with like D'Lo is, and why I'd say just bring him back unless you're trading him for something. Like D'Lo's contract's gonna be like in the 20s, like early 20s, 20 to 23 million or whatever. Like if you trade D'Lo, I mean, if you let D'Lo walk, the Lakers still don't have cap space. So it's like either bring him back or just go get something for him.
They have Bird. They have Birds, right?
Yeah, they have Bird on D'Lo.
They have Birds.
So I'm just like, just bring him back or go get something for him. But what else do you have? Anything else you have the Lakers doing that you think would make for an ideal offseason combo?
I would just say give Darvin Ham some time. I see your Twitter. They love to hate on Darvin Ham, but why would you hate on a rookie coach that took your team to the Western Conference Finals and took a game away? Didn't they take a game away from the Nuggets?
No, they got swept.
No, they got swept. Why would you hate on a coach that took your team to the Western Conference? That's like hating on an NFL team that just made the AFC Championship. Unless you're bringing the steaks and forks and telling them to get out of here. They haven't even had a full season together. Give the team a full season together, and I would say they're like a 4 or 3 seed team.
Yeah. I think that when we talk about Darvin, I don't think people understand how tough of a situation he was in at the start of the year. And I'm not posting bail for him because the conference finals was rough at times. But the situation he got thrown into, he had to make something out of that Russell Westbrook situation. And to be completely blunt with you, I'm not sure a bunch of dudes are able to do what he was able to do as Russ. Like, he got it to work to a certain extent, right? Yeah. And we saw you gave this coaching staff a semi-competent roster. Like, just like the bare minimum of competency. The Lakers were the best team in the West post-trade deadline. So it's like, that's another reason why just run it back, add pieces around the margins, and you're set. Like, and then Darvin, nobody's going to want to, like, nobody ever wants to talk about this. Like, he thoroughly outcoached Taylor Jenkins, so I think he's a good coach for Memphis. But it was not close.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was close.
Yeah, and then the Steve Kerr thing, it was at bare minimum, it was neutral. Like, they were on the same playing field, which is like Steve Kerr is, I think, my second rated head coach. So for people to call Darvin Ham the worst head coach, let's just use that logic. Okay, so the worst head coach in the NBA, which is on the same level for a playoff series with the second best coach in the NBA. How does that work? I'm not saying Darvin's top 10, but like he's not the worst. So give him another year, give him a better roster, improved upon roster, I should say. And yeah, I'm high on this Lakers teams going into next year.
Give him a healthy. Well, I don't think LeBron's going to be ever as healthy as he was before the ankle injury, but give him a 80% LeBron.
80% Braun.
80% LeBron is a top 10 NBA player.
Yeah.
Top. Yeah, you could. I wouldn't say top 5, but he's yes. Give Darvin Ham because before the ankle injury, LeBron was top 5. LeBron was top 5. He was him still.
Pre-ankle injury, it was Giannis, Steph. My bad. Giannis, Jokic, Steph, Luka, Braun. Yeah.
So let's stay healthy. I don't know if I can say that for Anthony Davis, but give Darvin Ham some time, and I feel like he would keep you as a 3 seed, 4 seed, and at the worst maybe a 5.
Yeah.